Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas from Evolve EdTech. Thank you so much for joining us for the 2024 series. We are so excited. We have a cracker 12 Tech Tips of Christmas for you this year, and we can't wait to share with you some really amazing tips, tricks, and tools to help you make the most of EdTech in your classroom. If you're new to the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas, welcome. The 12 Tech Tips of Christmas are a special annual presentation from us here at Evolve EdTech, where we share our knowledge and our expertise with you so that maybe you can find something that you can pop into your EdTech toolkit. So let's get ready for day one of 12 wonderful tech tips, tricks, and tools that are going to help you become an even more efficient and effective educator. So let's dive into day one. All right, today we have a cracker of a tech tip to show you. And today we're looking at how we can add additional fonts when we're using Google Workspace. And today we're specifically looking at Google Slides and Google Docs, two Google Workspace applications that you are probably already using in your classroom with your students. So today I'm going to show you how you can find and add additional fonts to the default set of fonts that are available in these two wonderful tools, and how you can also find and utilize Google's special dyslexia font so that you can make sure that every single one of the students in your class is able to access anything that you create. So let's jump over and have a look, and we're going to go through both of these, Google Slides and Google Docs today, and show you how you can add additional Google fonts to these tools. So I've headed over to another browser just here, and I have my Google Docs landing page open just here. So to access this page, all I did was type in docs.google.com, and it brought me up to this page, which has the Google Docs templates, which are available for you to use, as well as a whole heap of resources that you might have created within your specific Google account. So at the moment, I'm using the Evolve EdTech Google account. So these are all different documents that I have created or downloaded using that particular domain account. So docs.google.com will take you to this page here. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to create a blank document. So I'm going to click just here on blank document to bring up my brand new blank Google Docs document. All right, so all we're going to do here is you can see we have our menu bar here, which is obviously contextual based on what you're doing. And we do have our font option just here. At the moment, it is set to default to Arial, all right? And you can see here that there are lots and lots of different fonts. Now, I have added some fonts in the past, so this list might be a little bit different to your default list, because I have used some of these default fonts, and I have created and added some of the additional fonts myself previous to this video. So you can see here that you have all of those font options. You've got your recent fonts here, but at the top is where the magic is found, where we click on more fonts. And this is where you will be able to find a truckload of different fonts that you can add to your set of default fonts in Google Docs. So you can see here that we have an absolute truckload. And believe it or not, there's even more than this. All right, so just keep scrolling and having a look and see if there is something that is just right for your particular need. We can also search for a particular font if we're looking for something and we know the name of that particular font. And we do have some options here. So we can choose from all scripts. We might be looking for something in a particular language. And you can see here that there are a truckload of languages that you can choose from. We might be looking for a particular type of font, a display, handwriting, monospace, serif, or sans serif font. Okay, so you can also search and look for fonts using that particular option there. And we can also sort our fonts by popularity, alphabetical order, date added, or fonts that might be trending at the moment. So you can see that it is so easy to be able to find new and different fonts that you can use in your Google Docs documents. Now, I did tell you that I was going to tell you a little bit about the Google Dyslexic font. Now, this is a really great font to use if you have some students that might be dyslexic in your classroom, or just to make sure that everything that you create is accessible. So we're going to head back up to the font options here. And the Google Dyslexic font is called Lexend. All right. And you can see that I have it already here as one of my most recent fonts because I have started using that as my default font for everything that I create in the classroom. So you can see here that we have our different kind of options. We can make it a really thin font. All right, we can make it normal. We can make it bold. We have a whole heap of options here when it comes to using Lexend. So Lexend is the Google Dyslexic font. If you are looking at finding a font in Google that you can use to support not only your dyslexic students, but also your other students in your class. So that is how we add additional fonts in Google Docs. Now, if we head over to Google Slides, and again, it's just slides.google.com, and it will take us to our Google Slides homepage here. We have our template gallery. We have our recent presentations that you can see there. All we're going to do this time again is press on blank presentation to bring up our blank slide deck. And very similar to Google Docs, we're just going to make sure that we are clicked on our particular text box, because remember, this menu bar here is contextual. So that means that, for example, if I just click off this now and we take away that blue box around the outside of our text box, you will see that my options here for text will disappear. So you can see that these are contextual components. So you will only see what is relevant to what you are actually working on at that particular time. So I'm going to click back into my text box, and you can see here that all of these options have reappeared. Again, just like Google Docs, we're just going to hover over our font option here, and you will follow the same process. You would just click on More Fonts to access the fonts that you can go and explore and add to your default list of fonts that you can use when you are using Google Slides. So the process is the same for pretty much every single Google application. All right, you can head into your fonts, you can click on More Fonts just here, and you will be able to explore a whole suite of additional fonts that you will be able to use with your students to really elevate and make your learning materials even more exciting and interesting. So go and have a look and see how you can actually add some really fantastic additional fonts to your suite of default fonts that you can use with your students in the classroom. Go and experiment, go and see what's there, have some fun, but make sure the font is purposeful, it is useful, it is relevant, and you're not just using a font because you can. Make sure that it is appropriate, make sure that it fits the purpose that you are intending to use it. So go and have a look at how you can add additional fonts in Google Workspace. And in this case today, we've shown you how you can do that with not only Google Slides, but Google Docs. Well, there we go. That is day one of the 12 tech tips of Christmas for 2024 from Evolve EdTech. We have 11 more wonderful tips, tricks, and tools to bring to you over the next 11 days. So make sure you join us again tomorrow for another wonderful tip, trick, or tool to help you really grow and enhance that EdTech toolkit that you might have sitting there ready to use with your students. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Subscribing to this video really helps and encourages us to continue to make content to support you with your EdTech adventures. Well, that's it for day one of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas for 2024. My name is Tristan. Thank you so much for joining us, and we can't wait until we see you again tomorrow. Until then, everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow for day two of the 12 Tech Tips of Christmas for 2024.